Welcome back, everybody, to Overreaction Monday. We got a heater for you guys today. But we're going to be reacting after week 4 of Overreaction Monday, and we got the Cleveland Browns as our topic today. And no, we're not going to be quick talking about Christian Jenkins and how incredible he's looked so far, but we are going to be talking about Joe Flacco, who we are all fans of here at NSP, of his entire career and what he's done in the NFL. But we are calling, and at least I am, I don't know about Vincent, I am calling for him to be benched. Okay. I think the Joe Flacco experiment is over. The veteran that he is over. He's a backup quarterback, and he doesn't give anything to the Browns. Okay. So we're going to break it down here. But let me just go over his stats so far after their really embarrassing loss to the Detroit Lions yesterday, 34-10 loss. But he has not looked good all season. The very first game the season against the Bengals, he threw for 290 yards, but since then he has not thrown for over 200. He has thrown for 815 yards so far this season, 58.1 percentage completion, and he has thrown 2 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. In my opinion, he is doing more harm than good out there. All right, he's not making the smart decisions a veteran quarterback like him would make. He's not. He doesn't have the power in his arm anymore. Doesn't look like he's just not the same type of guy he is, and he really doesn't have the team around him to be able to elevate his play. In my opinion, he is more harm than good. Now, why would you want to start a veteran quarterback like Joe Flacco? Because you think that you have a chance of winning now. Well, guess what, Browns? You don't have a chance of winning now. It's not in the cards, right? Deshaun Watson is eating up all your salary cap. He's not even playing right now. You got Joe Flacco, and then you get these 2 young rookies, and either one of them, this is the time to see, while Deshaun Watson is still hurt, because you got to start the guy because you're paying so much money for Deshaun Watson. And it's time to see what you have in Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel to whether see if the one of these two could be the future of the Browns, or if they could be trade package that you could send off for draft picks. Okay, you got to figure out what you have in one of these guys, or you just got to start developing them. Dylan Gabriel was a decent option coming out of the draft, and Shedeur Sanders, obviously we know the Sanders names. There's a lot of controversy around the guy. There's a lot of question marks about his actual character. But at the end of the day, I think Shedeur Sanders is an athlete that could definitely hide in this Browns offense. Either one of these guys could definitely add just some little spark to this offense to make it look a little bit better, all right? You're not playing for much. You're not playing for a Super Bowl this year. See what you have behind Joe Flacco and call it quits. I love you, Joe Flacco, but I think this is it for you. Vincent,
So yeah, when you have 6 interceptions and only 2 touchdowns with no touchdowns in the past 2 games, you're an automatic, bench candidate. So in my opinion, it's just looked bad. He hasn't made smart choices like Reed has said. He went under 50% throwing accuracy and completion rate in this past game. It's pretty horrible. Everybody out there from receiver to tight ends just looks horrendous. I don't know if I didn't watch this whole game. I watched snippets here and there because I was on the road. But from what it looked like it's both the receiver's fault as well as Joe Flacco's fault. Not accurate passes, receivers not going for the ball as much as probably they should be. But everything for the Browns is always as has been. The Browns are the Browns. But I think Reed is correct. I think Dylan Gabriel at least needs to be started. They have said that Shedeur Sanders is only going to be the emergency quarterback all year. They're not going to play him. He's not their future at this point in time, is from what, the message has been out there. He's just a guy that's on the practice squad, basically. But I think maybe you try them both out. Joe Flacco obviously is not the route here. Shedeur Sanders could be a more mobile guy. Dylan Gabriel could be a more mobile guy as well. And just maybe find a connection with either Jared Jeudy Tillman, Fannin, some guy named Isaiah Bond. I believe it's a Texas receiver, if I'm not mistaken. He had the best game out of everybody today. 3 receptions, 58 yards, a 20-yardish, kind of average there. So he was their best receiver. And this guy's not even in the starting rotation. So in my opinion, there needs to be a spark somewhere. And it's either going to be Dylan Gabriel or Shadir Sanders. We've seen what Deshaun Watson looks like when he plays again. Again, he could be even healthier the next time he comes in. But why wait for that? Why watch your team go down the toilet again after multiple seasons of it happening? You just re-signed the best damn defensive player in the league, Myles Garrett. So why are you just going to waste that without trying to see what talent you have and what could be? So you might as well just start now. And I think Dylan Gabriel needs to start this next game. It's going to be a tough one against Minnesota, but I think he needs to start.
It's the NFL. Any week is going to be tough for these rookies. There's no right or wrong time to start them, unfortunately. It is throw them out there and see what they have, see if they sink or they swim, or they just float there for a little bit and can stay alive for long enough. But yeah, you just got to figure out what you have. We already know what Joe Flacco is. He's one of the great quarterbacks of our childhood, but his time is up, unfortunately. I hate to say it. I wish Joe Flacco could keep playing for forever, but he can't, unfortunately. It's time to call it quits, Browns. Move on. Start Dylan, start Shadur. One of these two, you got to figure out who's the next QB for the Browns. All right, but let us know in the comments. Are we overreacting? Is Joe Flacco still the guy that can lead them to the playoffs like he did those 2-3 years ago or whatever? Or is it time? Let's move on. Let's figure out something else. Let us know down in the comments. If you guys are enjoying this video, hit that like button. If you're enjoying the channel, hit that sub button, guys. It costs you nothing, and it helps us so much here at the channel. And then we will be live tonight for one of these Monday Night Football games. We have not decided which one, but we'll either be live at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Tune in to NSP as we react live to the game. Until then, keep on grinding.